Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my not so daily Kerbal anymore. I record whenever I have the strength to do so. We are here today on account of the ship has been fully refueled. I believe, anyway. Yep, it's all the fuel tanks filled. And I kind of want to uncouple this before the structural integrity absolutely destroys it, so let me just make sure that that's off for now. So let the surface harvester run by itself. And then we're going to finally try to put this vessel into orbit. Now, let us unplug that and hope the ship doesn't tumble over. It did not. Okay, excellent. Now, I'm going to have this retracted. Let that do its thing. And now, here's where we see if these miracle mod parts actually do function the way I hope them to. Both of the Kerbals, Valentina and Verbal, are in fact in the spacecraft and ready to take off, so we have a full tank of gas, 0 monopropellant, which is actually going to be a problem, so I hope my quick save isn't too far away. I honestly can't remember if I just pushed the button or not after I told it to retract. Nope, okay, the line is still attached. So then, again, before the ship flips over, let's just start a monopropellant conversion with what ore we have. This shouldn't take long at all. Also, it looks like the rover is about to escape. Yeah, monopropellant doesn't take that much at all. Again, my heart stops for a second, and there goes the rover. Hang on. I honestly don't know what to do with it. It does have a probe core, doesn't it? Yeah, I know there's no crew control, but that's why I installed this. No electric charge. Well, I guess this is just going to go skid until it skids, and it'll be here. It won't go anywhere, I suppose. So let's just switch back to the refinery. There we go. And with the fuel tanks now actually being filled, unplug that. Please don't fall over. Okay. Retract that. And now, with a quick save here, I'm going to try and get us into orbit. Isn't that going to be fun? So here's my plan for this. The dark matter engine, or whatever it's called, has pretty low thrust. Extremely good fuel to thrust ratio. The fuel consumption is like magical, but the thrust is pretty low, even for an engine of that size. It's obviously meant for like interstellar travel and that kind of thing. So until we get to a reasonable altitude, I'm going to be using the kites, which we have on either side. Our orbital direction is actually that way, so not the way we're facing. But I'm actually just going to stop talking now and try to fly it. I assume this is going to be something that we're going to reload several times before I finally get it right. But I'm definitely not stopping today, at least until this crew gets to orbit. Maybe until they get home. We'll see. Let's do it. Well, that's the one. All right, here we go. All right, first try is a complete failure. This is really gonna suck. Are you... Am I gonna have to put up with this? Like, is this crew just lost now? Because if they keep... Yep. Screw this game's buggy physics. Okay. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna try reloading. And just immediately kick off with max thrust. Nope, the game's gonna crash. Okay. Out of saltiness, I just decided that if the game was gonna cheat, then I can cheat as well. I'm not proud of it, but honestly I feel robbed. I had spent a lot of time in preparation for that launch, and I didn't have any nearby saves that I could load. I was relying entirely on the quick save system. And yeah, I honestly don't think this was my fault. I think that precision landings on absolute flat areas on Eve is, because of its atmosphere, almost impossible. And you know, honestly, I feel cheated. I feel cheated just because I really wanted to prove to myself that I could do that I could build a ship that would get it into orbit. And I've already used an engine that isn't part of the original Kerbal Space Program, you know, vanilla part set. But really, after like 30 minutes of just trying to find some way to use the rocket boosters to get us off the ground, I finally decided that I don't care, and I'm just going to continue forward with the rest of the mission, which is bringing the crew home. Maybe next time, if I ever do this again, which is not likely. I hate Eve with a passion right now, and I don't ever want to see it again. I'll happily work around its moons, I suppose. But I'm actually honestly just considering abandoning this entire planet and everything on it, taking my crew home, and do nothing here but contract stuff. Anyway, we'll see. So for now, let's just get with the docking. Also, for some reason down on the planet, my monopropellant thrusters weren't working either. I could have used their thrust. But they also just decided arbitrarily that they weren't going to work today. Anyway, let's see. How about this docking port here? Yeah. That's a nice one. So we're just going to dock. I'm going to bring the Eve shuttle out here. We're going to pick the crew up and we're going to take them home, and that's just going to have to be that. I realize that I don't think anybody's going to be particularly disappointed by this other than me. It's not like there are, you know, hundreds of people watching. They're anxious to see how I'm ever going to be able to lift this vessel off of the ground. I'm confident that it would have worked, though. I am very confident that it would have worked, which is another reason I just feel so disappointed by this. So yeah, Eve is off of my docket for a while. So for the remainder of the episode, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to have a spaceship pick up everybody here. I'm going to perform a massive crew transfer. I'm going to get an entirely new crew to run the Eve station. Oh, come on. Don't be like that. Oh. Right. Well. We're gonna get that crew transfer out of the way. We're gonna bring everybody who is currently around Eve home. There we go. Let's just get all these guys together somewhere. Where is everybody? Seem to be in there. So there we are. You have any science in here? We do. Okay, well, go ahead and transmit that. I think we have some Kerbals to level up too. Yep, Verbal became level 3. Valentina is still not level 5, believe it or not, despite having landed on Eve. Alright, so, back to Kerbin. The Eve Explorer, setting off on its second flight, headed back to Eve, this time not with the intention of exploring, but with collecting a crew. See how close I can get to that. And the good news is, we have fuel in orbit of Eve this time, so I don't have to be that conservative with my supply. And that's actually not a result of the fact that I cheated and put the ship back in orbit of Eve, but because I did actually perform a bunch of long-distance fuel resupply flights. That was pretty fun, let me tell you. All in anticipation for that mission, I might add. Okay, how far are we? Let's get rid of the node now, just... It's actually getting farther away now. Yep, okay. So, at this point, I'm going to switch our focus... Crap, I went too far. Switch our focus to Eve. See how I might get it closer. Alright. No, I don't want to set his target. I want to add a maneuver. Maneuver! Oh, crap. No, I want a maneuver. Alright. This is not helpful at all. Can't see the flight path. Okay, this is... Oh, this is stupid. Oh, there we go. Okay, now we got something. It's not bad, but it's the wrong side. There we go. Alright, we got another 400 units, 400 Delta Vs to get to that position, but let's do it. Ignore those 2 days. Doesn't make any difference. And just as a reminder, I did technically build this ship to the specifications that it could fly to Eve and back from it without a refuel. So this right now is just a testament to my failures as a pilot. That's fine. It's absolutely fine. We're going to do another course correction once we get to our usual spot. And then, as it turns out, the majority of this episode is not going to be interstellar, isn't going to be orbiting of a high gravity, intensely dense atmospheric planet, but interstellar travel, which is fine. Who doesn't love interstellar travel, right? Okay, our new target is the Eve station. Alright. Give me maneuver. Maneuver, please. Okay, that doesn't help. Destroy that maneuver. Make a new one. Why is nothing changing? Literally nothing. Okay. I don't understand this. Oh, because it's all the way over there. There we go. Make a maneuver over here, please. Alright. There we go. Oh, too far. Seems to be about as good as we're gonna get, really. Yeah, that looks about it. I think I'm gonna just use the... No. Now let's just use the RCS thrusters, finish it off, there we go. And we're good. Another thing that we're going to be doing, by the way, I picked up a contract to rescue a Kerbal from orbit, and obviously we're going to have to return these Kerbals to Kerbin in a flight that can orbit Kerbin and land on it, so I sent up the SSTO Mark 1.2 to catch it. And that rescue has already been performed. We picked them up. They're currently waiting for us on the space station. And I just messed up. Good thing I hit the quick save button in time. Always watch your time warps, kids. Be responsible when you're manipulating the fabric of time and space. I'm going to stop us right about here. Start a hard retrograde burn. Okay. Not sure why the computer thinks we have an intersect, but that's fine. No. Level out this node. Just take a look at the inclination stat right there. Can actually let it go a bit closer. Please don't run out of fuel. I need that. 3, 2, 1. Alright. Let's carefully burn the rest. Okay, that's about as good as we're gonna get. That's fine. Periapsis 259, 248. Okay, not bad. So let's warp ahead to the apoapsis. Just to it, please, and not past it. Flip over to retrograde. Bring the periapsis down to 248, like that one is. Good. Now, plot the rendezvous. It's been a while since I've done a rendezvous, hasn't it? On screen, anyway. Alright, that relative speed is way too fast, so we're going to have to bring that down. Carefully, though, because we're going to need that fuel. Okay, circles are slowing down. I think I'll let it do one more. Too much. Alright, we're going to be going at 600. What's our delta V? 800. Okay. That's fine. We're going to make it. Okay. Quick save again. Alright. So now we kind of just start slowing down. And of course, moving ourselves closer. I'm actually going to let us approach at a high speed. Okay. 11 kilometers is a bit close now. We're slowing down pretty well, and we have plenty of delta V left to make the docking anyway. Alright, we're pretty much right on the dot. Alright. This approach is going to be a bit quick, but nothing we can't handle. Okay, the frames are starting to happen now, which means we're coming into view. We're going to have to rapidly slow down now. Too rapid, too rapid! Oh boy. Alright. Yep, we're moving away from it now. Alright. Now, my next problem is I can't quite remember where the docking ports for large ships are here. Oh, there's one. Thing has docking lights? Can't see them, but all right. All right. So docking maneuver starting. Yeah, we have to approach this from the top, obviously. Apologies, by the way, that I'm so quiet. Not quite in the hang of this whole YouTube commentary thing. I do hope that I make up for my silence with skill. That's a joke. Alright. Now we pretty much just let it glide on in. So these probe controls are just so useful. Come on. Come on. Slow down a bit. And then as soon as the magnets get into lock, disable RCS and SAS. And we have docking. Wonderful. Now, step 1, refuel. Step 2, transfer crew. We don't actually need to fill it up all the way, I don't think. So we'll empty one of the 2 fuel canisters. Is the other one full? The other one is full. Okay, good. So we've given it that much fuel. That is good. Now, full crew transfer. How's this going to look? Let's see. We've got Buzz and Herbert in here. Valentina and Kerry in there. And where is Jeb? Jeb's in one of these areas. Okay. So, in order to be able to better keep track, this is empty. I'm going to put everybody from here in here. And then Stelden. Samri. In you go. All right. Now, everybody who's not in there goes in there. That includes Jebediah. Nobody's in there, right? Yep. Valentina. Again, Jeb and Valentina together. Through pretty much sheer coincidence. I did not plan that. And then we want Buzz and Herbert. We're going to think that makes this full. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe 6 is all that can fit in there, right? Okay. Now, which one of you is the scientist? Stelden. All right. So we're transferring Stelden, putting her in the science facility. Make sure the research continues. We still got some data. And then we got Endem, the pilot. And there. And the station is now ready. Okay, quick saving here. And now the next thing that I have to do is I have to fast forward time to the proper position in which to fly home from Eve, which I can't remember right now. I'm going to check that, and I'll see you in a second. Ship is refueled, undocked, Course is set, and we're just about ready to begin the burn. I assume it's going to take us around a minute. We're going to be doing it from the dark side of the planet, because Kerbin's orbit is on the outer side of Eve. And so let's start burning right about now, see how much time the game's calculator says we're going to need. About a minute, yep. Off we go. Just making sure we have everybody here, which we do. Kind of wish I could speed up time here, but alas. We're also way ahead of our nodes, so I'm going to throttle down a bit. Fuel should be enough. I don't imagine we're going to lack. I can even just kind of... Oh no, because we're docking. Never mind. I was going to say that we can just kind of land it on the surface, but no. We can't go straight for a landing trajectory because we're going to have to dock it and then bring it on board. I also may have to do another SSTO launch because what's-his-name is... The Kerbal that I rescued, the contract is about to run out. Got about 200 days, and I don't know if we can make it that far. I'm going to keep my eye on the vector now. Alright. It's not bad. I'm going to have to correct it, obviously, once we get out of Eve's influence. Alright. Now, let's see what we can do here. That seems to do nothing. That just takes it farther away. 29. 50, no, that doesn't help. 210. I can't tell which number is which. Oh crap. Let's get rid of all those. Alright, it's better. Better. Alright, we'll do that. We have a periapse now, that's all that matters. Alright. Do the rest of the correction later. For now, let's fly. I'm actually going to... The reason I'm going to quick save now is because I might have to jump back and perform another flight off camera if this takes as long as I think it will. We might still be in it. If all of a sudden I get a failed contract here, then I'm loading the quick save. At any rate, now's the time for our course correction. I think might be able to do this just with RCS thrusters, we'll see. Yep, that works. Oh boy. Should probably just do this actually. This is going to be a while, but it's going to save us fuel. Fuel is all that matters right now. It's also very painful to think that considering I sent, I think maybe like 4 fuel tankers out to Eve, it was enough to refuel a single ship once. This is literally good for 1 trip. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna pause the recording, and I'm gonna let this flow on. I'll see you probably when we re-enter Kerbin's influence. Right. I failed the contract, but I got so close to Kerbin that I really didn't even want to bother trying to fix that. So let's just get this done for now. Oh crap, we got caught by the moon. Well, it happens, I suppose. Anyway, what follows is another bunch of boring orbital maneuvers. So I guess I'll just see you as soon as I finish the docking and all that. Alright, here we go. Okay, now before the frame rate starts to go crazy, let's get everybody where they need to be. Let's turn the lights off first of all. There we go. And then let's get the crew transfer done. So we're going to take everybody who was on the Eve station and put them back on Kerbin. So that means we have Jeb, get in the pilot seat. Please. Oh no, please don't do this now. Okay, it did it, thank goodness. Transfer. Let's just pin it here. Valentina, in this, you also get in the pilot seat. There we go. Verbal, hop in. Carrie, hop in. Buzz. There we go, that's how to do it. Get in there, and then we only have one more spot left, and I'm reserving that for someone else. Reagan, there we go. That doesn't really matter though, because I already failed the contract, but I don't care. It was like 11,000 that we lost on that. That's fine. I can deal with that. Really rather just not redo the whole docking thing. I suppose I could have, you know, restarted back before I got into Kerbin's influence, but again, I just don't care that much. Now, we're actually, I think, in the perfect position to begin landing, so I'm going to quick save here. And very quickly refuel the space plane. Just somewhat. Why are you not transferring? Oh crap, that's because one of those is a liquid fuel tank. Alright, never mind. Which one? You. Okay, so that one. We are actually going to need liquid fuel. One of these tanks had more, there we go. Let's take that excess liquid fuel, pump some into there. We don't need that much, which is actually probably enough. Okay, and now let's fill up, let's say, these tanks. Why are you so slow? Ugh. There. Fast forward it. You guys didn't have to wait through all that. Now, I'm going to quick save here again. And let's begin the landing. Push ourselves away from the station. There we go. Flip over to retrograde. We might actually be a little too late now, but yeah, we're definitely too late actually. So I'm just gonna flip ahead. Should at least save us the frames, right? Yeah, I know. I picked her up and everything. You really could have just waited that little bit longer. Okay. This is another one of those parts I'm going to fast forward. It's the same thing, you know, a retrograde burn, an atmospheric re-entry, all that kind of stuff. So, see you at the landing pad. Well, re-entry went well, aside from a few little stability issues. We have a very nice straight heading. We're almost out of battery power, which is a bit troubling. That's going to cause problems, isn't it? Huh. Doesn't seem to be. I'm still in control of the craft. I think. Yes. Okay, so just bring her in, nice and gentle. Turned into a bit of an evening flight by the end, but that's okay because we're going to have a nice little lit up runway as I approach very slowly. Okay, is this because of the battery power? It's so weird that we ran out of battery power, by the way. I'm not fully understand why losing battery power does this. Shouldn't the jet engine, maybe the jet engines don't. Like rocket engines, I know that they produce electric charge, but I guess jet engines don't, maybe? Well, it should go without saying that with this kind of sway, it's kind of impossible to land a plane. So it's a good thing I'm the one doing it. That was a joke. I'm the last person you'd want to be landing a plane in this condition. Come on. Why you gotta be like this? Oh. I guess that counts. If I can just run it onto the runway, that counts, right? Sure. Oh. Jump. Boink. There. I landed on the runway. That totally happened exactly the way I wanted it to. Absolutely no deviation. And barely any skid. Now please stop. Thank you. So yes, screw this mission. I hated it. I hated every minute of it. From the very start to the very end. I hated it enough that it might just straight up put me off of Kerbal Space Program for a while. Like I said, this is not an easy game for me to get into. And if it doesn't grab me once I'm in it, then I don't feel gratified by the end. So, anyway. We'll see what happens. Thank you very much for watching nonetheless. I will see you whenever we decide to do this again. Till then, see you later.